Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, first off, welcome in to the JPB YouTube channel for the iGPFun Super Formula Lights League Round 5. Nope, we're on Round 6 and we're at Monza, not Mugello. What's gone on there here this evening? And I am JP. I'm going to be joined in the booth by Mr. Tom Cairns here this evening. Well, we normally would expect Monza to be not a loved circuit. Well, today I can safely say there is 53 people in the practice session at the moment. We have 51 times on the board. Does that mean we're going to get 53 drivers? Well, we'll find out and see if the bottom two of Alex Lado and Hugh Bertram set times here, but they haven't at the moment. Let's keep you up to date with the top 20 in the standings. Lee Aberdeen out in front by 7 points on 171 over Brent Ruiz on 164. Mackenzie Roon still sitting in third on 156, and we've got Antonio Jimenez on 152 and Luca Verani on 151. Ludovic Rancon on 144, then Andy Flint on 137, as you've just watched Fran Carvial go round there on your screen. Then we've got Dennis Cornu, Jesper Sandström down in ninth with Simon Fessi, Joseph Mark Lucas, Edward Amos, Daniel Vogel, Adam Townsberg and Jakob Oladzwinski. Down into the top 20, Adrian Centurion is in 16th. Then we've got Giovanni Salito, Ben Goyet, Nguyen Nguyen, and then Dorian Aruro round out the 20 cars here. So hold on to your hats. We've got about 2 minutes left of qualifying. That gives us long enough to have a chat with Mr. Tom Cairns. Tom, welcome in. How are you?
Hello, James. Hello to everyone. Yes, we are at the Temple of Speed of Monza, around about 30 miles away from the city of Milan. 53 drivers. I wouldn't have thought I'd been saying that around here. But in the last minute, James, Lee Aberdeen has been able to post his best time of the session on course for his 5th pole in a row. He's in brilliant form at the moment, hot on the back of his victory in Mugello 7 days ago. Jesper Sandström wasn't here last week. He wasn't doing the Mugello round for whatever reason. But nevertheless, with the drop scores in play, he isn't too far back from the leader. 7 points, I think it was, that you mentioned, was the margin. So plenty of time for Sandström to make up for it.
Yep, he's got loads of time here. And, well, let's bring you up to date with the Magenta Zone. Of course, it is after the first chicane. As soon as you go through the Variante, you can make your way out and start overtaking. They want everybody to get through turn one. No surprise, I want to get through turn one, and I'm not even in it. And let's not forget, we're trying to filter at the moment. It's looking like a prospective 51 drivers through turn one. I don't think Monza's ever had this many cars on track here, but surely 51 drivers will be all right. We'll get 51 finish, right?
I think it'll be a tall order, to be honest with you, James. We'll do well to, I think, get 30 in there, never mind 51. But the thing is with Monza, in terms of how many cars are allowed to be on circuit for any championship, I think it's 40, which, when Italian Formula 4, for instance, because Italian Formula 4 has a huge grid whenever they go to Monza, if there's anything more than 40, what they do is they do their qualifying session, or split qualifying session. They basically split the whole grid into groups, and they only choose like 2 out of 3 groups to be involved in heats, and then they do a whole race with the whole grid, if that makes sense. It's quite complicated for me to explain it, but that tells you everything about Monza, really. I'm not saying that will be the same for this particular championship because, well, it's iRacing, it's not exactly real life, but it gives you an idea of how 51 cars are going to filter through around this 5.7 kilometre circuit that's been around since 1922. The current configuration has been around since the year 2000, thanks to the changes at the Rettifilo chicane instead of the double chicane that Monza used to have all those years back.
Yeah, I think so. I can't see 51 drivers not going well. You know what I mean? I can think that it will be all right. We'll get them all through, and it will be fine. But I can't guarantee that. Bestie, evening, gentlemen. Good evening, dear sir. How are you? And welcome in. Thank you for joining us, and it'd be much appreciated on that one. where do we think... I was going to say, where do we think the flashpoints are going to be? But at the moment, with this amount of drivers, it could be at any one of the 3 chicanes.
Or it could even be the Parabolica, the Alboreto curve as well, James. That's to bear in mind. It's just going to end up being a slipstream queue. Each and every lap we're going to have. We're going to see plenty of battles all the way through. It's a sprint. There's no mandatory pit stops involved. It's essentially lights to flag sprint. These drivers, they know how it works. And as we say that, Sandstrom has been able to put in the best time right at the very end, which brings an end to Lee Aberdeen's run of pole positions.
Yeah, Jesper Sandstrom returning, and he has just managed to pop that on pole position right at the end. Tony Jimenez still out there at the moment. He will get to finish off his lap. It's coming through Lesmo 1 and 2. So through the double right-hander, he will go. In third place is Brent Ruiz at the moment. Ali! Oh, good luck, everyone. I tried qualifying badly, so give everyone a chance. Yeah, mate, I'm sure you did it on purpose, Ali. I'm sure you did it on purpose, buddy. Right the way down in 47th. You'll be all right, you'll be all right, mate. What could go wrong from down there? Oh, dearie me. Nothing, mate. Nothing could go wrong from down there. So what can happen? You'll be all right. Just keep it clean through the chicane at the first chicane. Harry England, all right, JP? All right, mate. I'm all good. How are you, Harry? Did you enjoy your Sunday? I've had a very productive Sunday today. I've done some broadcasts. I've done some pre-recorded, and I've done some coding for some new overlays. Feel knackered already, and then fell asleep watching a film. So there we go. Kind of it all, race.
I see. Well, the qualifying has concluded, James, so it's a good opportunity for you to run down this long grid if you have one up ready.
Yeah, take a minute and give me a minute, guys, all right, 'cause there's lots. Jesper Sandstrom is on pole position with Lee Aberdeen in second, Brent Ruiz in third. Then you've got Mackenzie Rooney in fourth, Tony Jimenez in fifth, Eunice Amal in sixth, Mackenzie Newhoff in seventh. Then you've got Ludovic Rancon, Simon Fessi, Luca Verani, Andy Flint, and Joseph Mark Lucas rounding out the top 12. Stefan Dodderer in 13th, Jeremy Hagenauer in 14th, Alexis de Klerk in 15th, Danny Corner in 16th, Richard Van Veen in 17th, Robert Ridgway 18th, Chris Patel in 19th, Bahidin Avan in 20th, then Patrick Williams 21st with Kevin Byland, Bart-Jan Van Land and Jonathan Cazorla rounding out the top 24. Frank Carvial with Loris Bela, with Adrian Fernandez, Mohamed Broleg, Jean Carvial and Simone Gabrielli in 30th. Then we get Ben Goyet, Giovanni Solito, Eddie Amos, Adam Townsber, Stefano Fanazzi and Ilya Palugi in 36th place. Okay, still going. Oscar Antonano in 37th. Then we've got Zoltan Zamoda, Theodor Tomov in 39th. Chris Gibbs 40th. Patrick Rowlands, Joshua Edwards, Jesse Leroy, Nick Carty and Aidan Lee round out 45. Matthew Gracie, Ali Nasser, Havan Abdullah in 48th place. Then behind that, we've got Dorian Aruro, Didier Savard, Sean Postfire, Alex Savano, and Hugh Bertram. I'm not quite sure if the latter two will be on the grid. Well, if you ever want to see a grid, guys, take a photo now, because there they go. That is what 51 cars currently look like on this grid. And I think, safely say, Tom, well, I think that might be enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the 2 minutes have elapsed since the session's begun, so it's red light coming on.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hold on to your hats. 4, 5 lights. We are green, green, green. Don't forget, no active overtaking going down through the first chicane. They want everybody to make it through. And of course, they're going to do just that. They will all make it through this chicane very, very cleanly. Jesper Sandstrom out in front, Lee Aberdeen in second. Now, here we go. We are up and running and we are racing. Yeah, Sandstrom leading the whole shot. Lee Aberdeen in second with Brent Ruiz, Mackenzie Broom, Tony Jimenez, Eunice Amal, Mackenzie Newell, all rounded out the top 7. It looks like Aidan Lee and a few others have had a little bit of drama at the back. I think that could just be through the stack up there, but I tell you what, Jesper Sandstrom's got off to a flying start, but Lee Aberdeen tucked in second.
Yeah, so it's all in single file on the exit recipe there, and we're seeing the first move from Brent Ruiz on the inside of Lee Aberdeen, entering the first part of Lesmo, and we are seeing the first part of the action here. Ruiz should have the high ground, entering the second part of Lesmo, and Aberdeen sensibly lets him go. as Reese runs wide on the exit, but Sandstrom doing what he's doing off the line and pull away, but don't count out Liam Aberdeen by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, Aberdeen and Ruiz side by side. They really don't want to be doing this early on. You really want to get hold of Sandstrom first, to be blatantly honest with you. Into Ascari they go. There was an off with Ruiz. Ruiz is off. He's facing the wrong way in the gravel. Down he goes, and he's going to plummet. Literally, probably right near the back end. He's just got to go and try and get back on track. But here comes everybody. There they go. He does get up and running. And we're currently down in 30th for Brett Ruiz. And Sandstrom 1.1 out in front. Aberdeen 1.1 over Mackenzie Roon, Tony Jimenez, Eunice Amal, all still continuing to fight here and will continue to fight all the way down this long straightaway coming down into turn one. This is where everybody needs to be careful. They want to make sure they can make it through here on this first lap. Don't forget, this is the first lap. Don't let them approach this at speed.
Yeah, and there's a overtake further on ahead. I think it was Mackenzie Roon or Tony Jimenez has just gone through. And we have seen further battles going on behind Newman. A car going through the first chicane. We'll see who that was. But there's Robert Ridgway who's running in 18th position by the looks of things. He's made a reasonable start, keeping his car out of trouble. It's just ahead of the Dutchman Richard Van Veen, who is trying to get a car's length alongside to make a move into the De La Rogia. On the inside goes Van Veen. Ridgway leaves him plenty of room and keeps him back for the time being. We are expecting a lot of overtakes over the course of 26 laps here around the temple of speed. Sandstrom 1.5 seconds clear of Aberdeen, who will be relieved of the race off his back, has now set off after his primary target.
Yeah, Jimenez, Roon, Amal, Nuoff all sat in here. And on the nose of Nuoff through the left hand, out through the right we go with Ascari. Now we're going to run up into the Michele Alboreto curve, a parabolica if you want to call it by its first names. I think it's Formula 8, it's a Super Formula Light speed. Here we go, Nuoff going to be able to make this move on the inside. He's going to get hold of the draft, of course, nothing doing at the moment. And he cannot get through going into Calvin Parabolica. He's going to have to hold off once more. It looks like Chris Patel has had a moment, so has Tomov, who as well. There's a couple of people making silly mistakes. There's side-by-side action taking place here. Further down, there's lots of side-by-side action, and one of them is with Tony Jimenez running down into the first chicane. And Mackenzie Roon manages to hold on to that third place. Lots of action all the way through the grid here, Tom. This is absolutely maddening.
Yeah, Jimenez taking the racing line alone. Mackenzie Roon to take the inside and go through, which is what you've got to think about. You've got to play the long game here. There's no point dicing it out, because then you just lose ground to the field ahead of you. So Jimenez not fighting too much with Roon, and he focuses his attention on Newhoff and Amal, who will be next to try and dispose of him as soon as they can. And we've had plenty of drivers spinning around. Rob Ridgway he had an absolute mare of it on the last lap, and we've seen plenty of drivers dropping down the order. We've mentioned Chris Patel as well. Ali Ninsir has also gone down, as is Peter Abdullah. So we'll see what's happened with those, if we can get a replay of what's been going on, given we've got the entire field in some form of action right now. There's plenty of mistakes bound to happen. Sandstrom maintaining the 1.5 second margin over Aberdeen. Into Mackenzie Roon another 1.5 seconds back as Amal settles into the race behind Newhoff, who is still looking at Jimenez in front.
Yeah, lots going on. Ben Goya went off, Sultan Samara and Robert Ridgway went off. Whether or not this was together, or it was... What was Ridgway doing all the way out there? Didn't he just going to run out? Oh no, he just drifts out. Comes back in, bang. And unfortunately both of them in pit lane and out well, they're not out, they've dropped right the way down here. And it looks like there's been a lot also happening further back. There's so much gone on. Chris Patel jumped back into pit lane. Tomov has been out as well. There's been lots happening here. And we've still got lots going on the screen. Eunice Amal in there. Tony Jimenez clears Mackenzie Roon. Unfortunately, Mackenzie goes down the position. Nuoff clears Eunice Amal. Now Roon's going to go back at him here. We're going to get the inside line for Tony Jimenez. He needs it going into the De La Rogia. Is he going to be able to get this one? If not, he's going to settle in here. And I am surprised at that one by Mackenzie Roon.
Yeah, well, there's a thing about overheating the tyres around here, James, which I think was a topic from within the drivers about how to tackle the circuit over the course of 26 laps. It's not tyre degradation that's the problem, it's overheating your tyres too soon from getting on the power as aggressive as you would do all the way down. There's a car off, and it's Baylor, the Swiss, who has gone into the wall on the exit of De La Rocha.
Yeah, he went off with Mohamed Bolig. Now, whether or not this was Baylor just got it a little bit out of shape, but then unfortunately, I think Mohamed just went straight over the top of him.
Did, and Baylor spun first, and then,
over the top goes Mohamed, unfortunately. Now, both men back in pit lane. Not a good look for them. Johnny Hardenauer, Bernard and Stefan Dodderer still fighting it out. They're still in the mix in that battle inside the top 13. We've still got Newhoff, Mackenzie Rooney and Jimenez, and they're going side by side once more. Newhoff's on the left, Roon's on the right. Jimenez is in there. He's going to get split like a ham sandwich. Oh, there you go. 3 wide going down. No, Roon! Go! Oh, he backed out a lot.
He backed out so much, and he was just like candy from a baby from Kenzie Newhoff's point of view, and that was just far too easy. I'm surprised Room made it that easy for both Jimenez and Newhoff, if I'm honest with you.
Well, he backed out of that one. He had the opportunity to go for it. There was gaps there on the inside, and unfortunately, it didn't all work out. Chris Brazil's in YouTube chat saying that didn't go exactly how I planned. Well, Chris, I don't want to make it any worse here, but I'm going to try and find where you terminated yourself. And there's a car up. Oh, blimey!
Yeah. So there was an accident in front of him. I believe he's had a tap. He's had a tap from someone. So his rear wing had already gone. He had a tap from someone at Escara. I'm just trying to see who that is. Yeah, the rear wing was gone before he even exited Escara.
Yeah, and then ends up going backwards. Was that Ridgeway going up? No, that was Chris going up in... It was Ridgeway going up in the air. Sure, that was Robert Ridgeway going up in the air there. Oh, he went off here. What happened? Side by side, bounced up in the air. Round he goes. Just absolutely destroys the car. There's some spectacular crashes going on. And Oscar Artinano looks like he's had another one. This Amal fight now with Green. Barjan Vanderland is also... Barton, it looks like... Barjan Vanderland has been off. There you go, in through the gravel. Comes back on. He does manage to make it. But a couple of others have been on in and around that as well. Richard Van Veen at the same time. There's a lot of people taking wider lines than they need to here.
Yeah, there's a lot of drivers dipping wheels into the gravel trap on the exit of the chicane, so they just need to be wary all the way through, because there's every chance that the next lap, the next time they go through those corners, they're going to be less grippy. So I expect there to be more mistakes coming from these drivers every time they're dipping wheels into the gravel trap.
The res. Oh my dearie me. Rewind. Gabrielli, Bartjan Vanderland in the middle. Richard Van Veen. Oh, there's a car.
Spawn.
And then they just
traffic jam.
Yeah. That might be Kevin Byland's gone round. It was Byland. And then on board with Byland, so he goes into the first chicane. Oh, cooks it out. Yep, and now look. Oh dear. You're literally looking at it, and they're still coming. Where are you going to go?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of... Oh, dear.
Deary me!
That's terrible driving standards from Kevin Byland, I'm afraid. I mean, it was embarrassing enough that he had the spin, but he should have waited before the traffic went by before he even moved.
Oh, Kevin Byland! I don't know who he put with him, but somebody went with him. And unfortunately, Kevin Byland, that did not look good. We've got Jesse Leroy, Richard Van Veen, Kevin Byland, Simone Gabrielli, Oscar Artinano, Alex Lado, all in pit lane. Ouch, not good, but Denny Cornu chasing down Andy Flint, Community Racing, still going for it here, but yeah, that was not a good look at the moment.
No, well, there's a long way to go. Yeah, we could well be seeing more mistakes like that in the near future. But we've got Dennis Cornu, who is sat in 11th position behind Joe Lucas as they enter the Cup of the Alboreto. Cornu got a better exit than Lucas, so he could well be in play to get the overtake completed here. If he just tuck into the slipstream and take advantage of an open door, which he does so. Lucas doesn't bite it. You can just see as he waves off, might do a cheeky wave as he makes his way through there, where he won't do on this occasion. Down the inside goes Cornu into the Rettifilo, and that is 10th position going in the way of the Frenchman.
Yeah, absolutely. And they are done and dusted. It's Mark Lucas making it over from Danny Cornu. It was time. Nuoff still now ahead of Mackenzie Groove. Justin, I'm not really sure on that. Mackenzie's driving scared out there. I don't know. I'm not getting involved in that, but he definitely should have been in that free wide situation there, Tom, I think, at the same time.
I would agree. He was on the inside as well, and surprisingly didn't take turn one more aggressively than he did. Well, he's got a chance to make up for that now, because Neville had a really poor exit coming out of Cairns red zone, and I think Mackenzie Room is very much within range to attack.
Yeah, here we go. It's closing in. You've got to go. Go! Go! He's not coming!
No, he's got to get by him, James. I don't understand why he didn't go for it there when that was probably going to be the best opportunity he's going to have.
I think what Justin said might be right here. I don't get that. He had the run on him.
Unless he's conscious about tyres, James, because he doesn't want to overheat them too soon.
Maybe. Possibly there for Mackenzie Room. There's been an accident for Jeremy Hargenhauer. Kevin Byland in YouTube chat. Dude, don't. We saw it. We saw your incident, and we also saw you coming back on track. Oh, there's too wide there as well. Unfortunately, Hargenhauer goes round. Saw you coming back on track and take out that guy. I don't know who it was, but whoever it was, we're not going to be on their Christmas card list. Carvial and Giovanni Solito. And Carvial just goes past Giovanni now. And Giovanni moves himself up. Carvial moves himself up one more place. So it looks like Richard Van Veen is taking a trip through the gravel as well. There's still pockets of battles going on. Danny Cornu, Joseph Mark Lucas and Andy Flynn as they continue to fight here. What's happening at this moment in time on this racetrack? Pockets of battles all the way through. Cornu now, Mark Lucas is in his sights and Cornu's going to take that inside line. Coming into the parabolic, Cornu's going to have it here, Tom, and get the job done.
Yeah, easier said than done from Cornu. Up into 10th place he goes. Brett Maurice is on a fight back from that spin he had on lap 1, which dropped him well outside the top 45. Made way back into 25th position by lap 8. The leaders were on lap 9, he's still on lap 8.
Yeah, Lucas has just got Cornu back again and takes that position back once more. Flint sat in there in the background. Yeah, not my smartest moment. Yes, Kevin, you saw me. Unfortunately, everybody in IGP is going to see you when they watch it back this way. Edwards is having a nice little go with Jonathan Cazorla, and the final corner they go, and it looks like Cazorla has just passed Josh Edwards and made that move. Races up the track, Polestar is up the track. Oh, Matthew racing off the track. Oh, he is. What's he doing all the way down there, dear sir? He end up there, overcooks it, misses breaking point straight across the gravel, and round he goes. Ilya Flugi has also unfortunately been off the side of the circuit. Long way out there, Tom, and unfortunately that's not quite where he needs to be.
Well, he's damaged the car most certainly. That was quite a big hit into the barrier for Blue Sheep, and he's back on the circuit now, but I'm sure that car won't be performing as well as it should be.
Joseph Mark Lucas still going with Andy Flynn. Luca Barani 2.8 seconds up the road, kind of not the same on his own for Luca, but such as from Unity. You can see in the back corner with Mark Lucas going at it one more time. Same swap. The problem is Cornu's going to do this, and then they're going to come back at him down into the game.
Well, you would think so, wouldn't you? I mean, Lucas is in a lot of place for it in 12. These two are good when it comes to race cars, most particularly Flynn from previous races I've seen him, so it'd be a good opportunity to see how he gets on where he is. Barani's ahead of Ranson now for 8th place further on ahead. So he's in a bit of a French battle, is Barani. He's got 2 Frenchmen behind him and 1 in front.
Yeah, there goes Luca Barani. We'll bring it up, he'll only ever go up if I think shows overtake of a little bit Rancon. Coming down into turn 1, nice and straightforward. Job done for Luca. Well done, Luca. Big shout out to him as Rune and Nuov still where they are. Barani still in here with Rancon and trying to chase down Simon Fessi. Behind that, we've got the Keanu Mark Lucas battle still taking ship with Andy Flynn. Ben and Ayan and G. Oh!
So that's we can see who that is. He's collided with. He's Ayan. Yeah, so he's behind Ayan that Carvajal has just come together with. Is he going to run into the rear of him, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Too close. Yeah.
That weren't Jim Carvajal.
No, it was the other one, James. Frank Carvajal was the one that ran into Ayan.
Oh, it was Frank Carvajal. Okay. Well, unfortunately for them, did not look good running into the back and almost running over someone. You generally see that in NASCAR, but why not see it in RGB? Yeah, we have everything else. Cordu and Lucas once more with Andy Flint. Flint's now having a go at the same time. They're on the run round the Parabolica, and this is where Flint should be able to get the move done again.
Yeah, so Flint within range easily that he'll get an overtake done, so I don't think Lucas will fight this one too much. Sandstrom's lead is coming up for nearly 2 seconds now. I wonder what Aberdeen will be playing here. Is he thinking about the championship, or is he going to try and go for the win if Sandstrom decides to back out?
Well, you show me Jesper Sandstrom ever backing out, and I will give you the lottery numbers. I'm not going to say they win, but I will give you the lottery numbers, because I've never ever seen Jesper Sandstrom back out of anything, and I don't expect him to back out here again. Lee Aberdeen is just going to have to go full flat and hope for the best. New upper room still where they are. I suppose the only option about them not fighting is they're closing on the front too. So in a wild thing, this is probably not a bad idea, but at the same time, I think Rune has got this, but I just don't know when he's going to make the overtake.
Well, he can't really be wasting much just being stuck behind Newhoff, but you never know with opportunities further down the line. So if I was Rune, I would consider getting this job done now. And given they'll be coming up to back markers sooner rather than later, because we are seeing a lot of back markers having to move out of the way of leaders, if he sees a back marker ahead and there's a potential draft, he should make the most of it and try and pull away.
Yeah. But what we say and what actually happens are completely different things here, and generally it doesn't always work out. This is Rune's run again. I just want to see he should be getting up to well above top speed here, and I think should make the move in the hindsight. He's got 14 laps to go. There we go. Now he's going to go through. Mackenzie Root side by side with Nuoff. Should have that inside line. And he does. A little bit longer than expected though, Tom.
Yeah, he took him a bit too long, but now he's got to try and get him off his back now. He's got to try and make sure he doesn't get too close to get that draft back. So he needs some good quality exits, and, well, corner exits I should say, to pull away from Newhoff and go after Lee Aberdeen.
Yeah, I'm just a bit worried that that fight is just going to keep extending that gap. That's the problem.
He made a really poor error. He made a mistake. He dipped a wheel into the gravel trap, and Newhoff's got back through on him again.
Newhoff back through once more. Frank Harvey-out and Ian once more side by side. Coming in to the Della Roggia, the left-hander. They're going to be able to make this one without any dramas. Frank Harvey does go through just. Ian there gets very held up. Here comes Jeremy Hergenhauer. He's decided, well, if you lot are all going to slow up, I'm going for it. And through he goes. He gets 2 places in one corner, does Jeremy, after them guys kind of almost tripping over each other.
So Hergenhauer through into 15th position, 1 position down from his good position, but this is going to work through the field nicely. Breberit is up to 22nd place. Eddie Amos is the next driver ahead of him, albeit 4 seconds off the road. There's a bit of ground for Reese to make up. Ferrani in 8th place behind Simon Fessi and Yunus Amal. On the exit of the Parabolica, they come. And it's been a brilliant effort from Ferrani so far, but you've just picked up on something, James. What is it?
Yeah, I think Ruiz is back down into 22nd place, and I'm wondering how bad this off-track actually was, or did he just... No, he ran wide, caught a bit of the gun, so it wasn't too dramatic, so he's still carrying on forward. The thing is here, Yunus Amal is now starting to get to group. We've got Simon Fessi Luca Verani, a little bit rank on Denny Corley. Now don't get me wrong, it's an all-unity racing group, but Luca is in there on his own. It's almost like a fight. It's what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 on 1 here. Brian Carvial has unfortunately had another incident and he's dropped round down the order. But Verani's in the mix with the Unity, and that's kind of all he's going to be staring at, I think, until we can start, if we can pick these off, of course. It's not the most easiest thing to do to pick off two mates, but then again, when they start making mistakes like that, it should become easy. Yeah,
it should become easy as Vessi goes through on Amel. Verani just not close enough to have a go at the present moment. Well, like the thing going to the halfway point in this race chase, it's flown by.
Yeah, it has. Albeit 141 lap times, but they seem to come down very quick here. And at the same time, all action points to this group. They're continuing the fight. Rune and Newhoff on the way into Parabolica. Rune is not going to make the move. He shouldn't make the move. It looks like Adrian Fernandez Centurion, Josh Edwards, Patrick Rowlands have all had a bit of a ding-dong. We will wait until this finishes. It does, well, saying that, it looks like it could finish already because it looks like Rune has got no interest in trying to pass Newhoff down into turn there. Newhoff even gave him the drop. Didn't look like anything there as well. But what happened? Oh dear, I see these amount of cars rushing down into turn one. Centurion in the back, goes in. Car alongside, is going to tip him up and around. There you go. And then, oh! And then everybody else, I believe that may have been Josh Edwards, who was alongside. Yeah, there he is.
So Fernandez is there.
Oh, he turned over on.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there was no way. It was a sort of Verstappen Hamilton moment, wasn't it? At the end of the day, there, it wasn't far off that. Yeah, unfortunately for them guys, they've had to drop down the order. In fact, Adrian Fernandez and Patrick Rowlands, who caught that head on for them. Yeah, unfortunately, Patrick Rowlands was the one, I believe, that possibly caught that head on. Yeah, he did. Watch this. He's going to see this very, very late. Why is he not already on the brakes out of precaution, though, to be fair? Bang.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't quite read into that well enough, did he? I think he should have preempted the fact. I think when a driver turns in and you're a good, a few hundred meters back, you've got to really read into that very, very well. He could have just taken the inside runner barrier to avoid getting caught up in that. But more on that later. When he passed up on Jesper Sundström, a 1:40 he has posted now, 1:40.9, and he's managing the gap over Lee Aberdeen, no doubt about that. Personal bests are being posted as well. It seems to have calmed down, although we've still seen a number of overtakes happening around the circuit. The closest battle we've got is between Amel, Vessi and Verani for 6th position as they exit the race video. Verani all over the back now of Vessi. He wants to get a good run on him. He's been stuck behind him for quite a long time now, so this is an opportunity for Verani to make amends.
Yeah, but he's going to pick one off and then he's going to get stuck with the other one. The problem is, it's like doing anything. There's risk and reward, right? We talk about it constantly. There's risking and rewarding. And Verani now, he's got to play out whether or not it's going to be worth doing it. That's the question. He even said if we push harder than we brake conserve, your rear will overheat depending on the balance and you will lose traction on exit. So you've got to think on how far hard is he pushing? Is he really pushing that hard? Or is he just trying to stay with him in the draft? Because it is a very draft-led track. Let's not forget that. It's very draft-led. It's literally, that's the way it works here. You don't have to go through here. You go through down into the first chicane. Then you go through Curva Bassano. You're going to get caught up again. But they've got to play it very, very careful.
I would agree with that. And Verani's dropped back a little bit from Vessi now, it feels like. And Vessi's made the most of the job ahead of him to pull away from Verani. We've had a lot of retirements as well. I think the latest one, Matthew Grace is still going, as is Loris Begler, despite the De La Rogia incident he was involved in. Who else have we seen drop down the order? I think we've seen a number of drivers go back into the pit lane and come back out again, so they're out of the equation. But a long way to go still. Yeah, Brett Maurice is up to 21st place, still behind Eddie Amos, but at least he's in the battle with him and the Canadian Adam Talsma for the Scuderia Racing Forces squad. And you can see Amos going through on Talsma into 19th place, and I wonder if Brent Ruiz will make his way through at the same time.
Not running like that, he won't. Not running that wide. We've had 8 retirements, 2 did not start, but it still does leave us nearly 43 drivers. You can see Talsma and Amos going side by side at the moment, down into the chicane. Amos, of course, in that famous Tron livery on the right. Through goes Adam Talsma, and now Brent Ruiz has got to try and clear both of these. Patrick Williams and Chris Gibbs. Gibbs has just gone through on him. Nick Carty, another one with Jonathan Cazorla. Cazorla did, I believe, go through that time. And unfortunately there. And that puts Nick down a position into 25th. We've got Talsma and Amos side by side again. Oh, Amos just got held up. Brent Ruiz is going to say thank you very much. And now he's got to clear Adam Talsma as well. But yeah, it looks like Amos just got held up there with Talsma on the exit.
Yeah, he had to let out of it, otherwise it would have been a concertina accident had that come off disastrously. But Talsma has got Ruiz right behind, and Ruiz should really make light work of him, because he knows he's far quicker than Talsma on paper, and I don't think Talsma's going to fight it out too much.
Yeah, I think he's just going to allow Ruiz to go through and let him and Eddie Amos resume their battle. Because let's be real, once you get through here anyway, once you get through Ascari, Ruiz can say see you later, and that's probably how this one's going to go, unless Ruiz is thinking, well, if I go now, I'm only going to get done again on the straight. He's got to get through Curva Parabolica cleanly, because I can tell you one thing behind that. Ooh. Yeah, there is Ruiz ahead. There is Talsma. Watch this gap close again once more. Talsma's going to close in on him. We've got 3 attempts at the moment. We've got Eddie Amos right behind us. Amos is pulling out at the same time. There he is. Amos is copping toe from Ruiz. If Ruiz isn't careful on this third part, he could be in a freeway action by the time they get into turn 1. No, but Amos didn't clear Talsma either, and that's purely because of the draft situation. But let's jump back up here with Neuhoff and Rune.
Well, Rune's got through on Neuhoff, but for how long? Because he's been allowed through. It needs to try and pull away from him, which is something that he has struggled to do throughout this race, and hence why the gap of nearly 6 seconds is the gap that it is now.
Yeah. The problem is when you go backwards and forwards, like anything, you're going to bring the people in behind you, and you're going to lose to the people out in front. And these guys clearly have been doing that. Rune got past Neuhoff, yeah, and we'll now decide whether or not Neuhoff's going to push it again to go for the overtake, or whether or not he's going to sit back, which is what he does look like he's doing, and allowing Neuhoff to go forward, Rune to go forward this time, when Neuhoff's sitting in behind him. So a little bit cat and mouse being played there. Varani in the background is thinking. He did think. Oh, he put him over. Wow.
It feels like Amel didn't leave him room, James. It looked like he turned on him when he was alongside. Let's have a look. So Amel, he's on the racing line. Ferrani's within the car's length, really.
Oh, I don't know.
That might go down as a racing incident.
Don't really know on that one. This is the onboard from Yunus Amal. He's right out on the curb. Oh, I might have to put that, unfortunately, on the big boss man himself, because he was right out on the curb, Yunus Amal. I don't believe he had anywhere else he could have gone. Ali Nasir, unfortunately. Did he get caught in this? Oh, well, apart from coming out, you've just come out of pit lane there, so you're going to get done for a pit lane exit. Or did he just hit the... no, he hit the brakes and tried to stay out of the drama, as did the Unity Racing in the background. So, unfortunately for Luca Varani, not quite sure which way that's going to go. Even Kevin Byland in YouTube chat. What do you mean a racing incident? Oh, Tom, don't upset them, Tom. They won't forget it, trust me.
Well, we are allowed to have opinions at the end of the day. I don't mind if I have to disagree with people, but
no,
anyway,
I think Varani overshot that, to be blatantly honest. I think he overshot it and went in.
Yeah, well, I could maybe agree with that as well, so we'll leave that for the stewards to decide afterwards. But Mackenzie Roan, as well, it looks like Neuhoff was about to go through on Mackenzie Room, but I think Newport just
Pulled
basically
out.
did what Room did earlier on in the race, and I think we picked up on something whilst that had been going on.
Lots going on. A little bit rank on Ilya Flugi. We'll jump back to pit lane after we saw that. Carvial's past Giovanni Solito. Townsmat and Amos have picked up their resolution from that as well. Kevin, calm down, son. You just took somebody out driving the wrong way out the race circuit. So, you know, let's have a bit of comparison on that one. As Eddie Amos slots in back behind Adam Townsmat. And here we go. This is where I expect Eddie Amos to now get hold of him. Coming down into the first chicane. Don't worry, Kevin, I'm only playing. Once more. Oh, on the brakes. No, Amos is not going to clear him this time around, but I can tell you, Frank Carvial and Ian are side by side again. Now, in the first time, we put both of them surnames in the same bit of racetrack.
Well, we're going to see an overtake from the Frenchman down the inside of the Spaniard, and yeah, thankfully that was a clean overtake. Carvajal drops down to 15th position ahead of the other Carvajal in the field. And we are in the closing stages of the race. 8 laps to go at the timing of speaking. Aberdeen's got the gap down to James to 8/10.
Yeah, he should start picking up the drive very shortly as well. At least the car did not do a backflip. No, but anyway, I could be here all day with you, Kevin. To be honest, giving you grief. To be really honest, mate. So let's just move on and get back to the fact that Aberdeen is clearing. Closing in on Jesper Sandström. That is a back marker behind him. Do not panic. That is Sean Pulsifer behind him there. And Sean is all the way down in 29th place. Great looking car, mind you, Sean. Not going to lie, your car looks absolutely stunning there. So fair play to Sean on that one. But Aberdeen is closing in. You are right. Got to get down to about 9/10. Jeremy Hugenhauer is here with Fran Carvial. And Jeremy now has been making his way back forward, down 1 on where he started. Now he's in equal places. These guys continue to fight down into ooh, steady. That's 2.
Naughty.
That's 3. That's 4. Blimey.
Yeah, there was no need for that from Carvajal. He had the inside line out. I think he wanted the optimal line by putting his wheels so close, but that was too close to my liking, at least anyway.
It was almost like Hagenauer was sharing a donut and Carvajal wanted the whole thing, not just one bite. He took 3 bites of him going down into the first chicane there. Eddie Amos still going here. Go on, Eddie, even Adam having a right little ding-dong back there. Both of these men are going to come out black and blue if it was a prize fight, because they have been exchanging punches backwards. I do love Townsman's helmet, the fact I can only see just 2 lines. 2 eyeballs there as well, does look very amusing. But Amos going after Townsville once more. Ruiz trying to come back through the field. He's got Jean Carvial in front of him at the moment. So Ruiz now moving into 17th.
Yeah, but he's got a good chance of completing an overtake on Carvajal round the outside. Guinness Carvajal it is entering a score. We've got a battle going on ahead. This is Hagenauer, who has gone through on... Well, I think I might have been battled with Frank Carvajal, but we'll come back to that a little bit.
No, you were right. They were right. Fran was having a go with Ruiz. Ruiz was having a go with Jean. Jeremy was having a go with Fran. So it's as they were now, like Jeremy's going with Fran here as well. So bit of a swap backwards and forwards there, Tom.
Yeah, backwards and forwards as we are closing down the laps. Hagenauer Hall in 15th place still, trying to get through on Frank Carvajal. Brewery's up to 16th. I think 14th at best is what he's looking at. But
you're doing it again! Rascal, you! Oh, Hagenauer moving in the braking zone. This is not going to end well. This is not going to end well. No, it didn't.
No. That was happening.
Oh,
now they've got to be aware that Brent Maurice is coming in. Now this is stupid. This is on the brink. Yeah, this is on the brink of being really, really reckless, James. They need to calm down.
It was like bordering like malicious. That was just... I really don't get that. So they were having a go. Hold on, I'm just going to try and pick up on it a little bit. No, I want to go back a little bit more than that. See if I can get back here. So they were having a go with each other here. There's the move. There's another move. And then he comes from right back. Hagenauer moves in the braking zone. Not good.
Yeah.
Carvial then comes back at him. Hagenau says, I'm not giving up. Bang, through they go. Then they're just coming off the track at each other. Carvial's come back on. Hagenau has gone deep. Carvial's banged him again. He's having another go. I'd be getting. I think after watching this, I don't think Mr. Varani's going to be too chuffed about that.
No, I wouldn't have thought so either. I think there may be some important words after the race, but well done to Brent Maurice for getting through without getting caught up in that, because that could have ended so badly. It would have ruined Brent Marie's race and maybe a few others as well, because they were not too far off those two back then.
Yeah, I think Jeremy was trying to close the door. He was too late, Chris. He was already in the braking zone. Fessy has got Nuov, has been off track here because he's lost that place up by Rune. Oh no, Kenzie! Oh, dude!
Oh, he's hit the barrier.
Oh no, Kenzie Nuov. Are we still okay? No, not really. Definitely not.
No, it was too big of a hit against the barrier there. Nuov will do very well to get to the end inside the top 10 with the state of his machine. You can say he's dropping back a little bit now. He knows that the car is not going to be turning into the corners as sweetly as he would like it to do.
Yeah. Now we've got Mackenzie Rooney in third, then Jimenez, Fessy and Nuov. This is these three. Behind that, we've got Brani, who's kind of in a little bit of no man's land. He's got 1.8 back to Denny Cornu. That's a back marker, and that's a back marker behind him. But Fessy is now going once more over Tony Jimenez. Fessy looking down the inside, coming into turn number 1, and through he goes. Simon Fessy over Tony Jimenez. Ruiz is, no, he's okay. He's back on and off again. And now Nuov is going once more. His steering doesn't look too dramatic considering how hard he hit that barrier.
Well, there's not many corners around here, James, and that kind of may play into the hands, but now he's got a chance of going back through on Jimenez at first, and now is he going 2 in 1 now? He's going to fire. Oh, that was too much. He gambled too much.
Oh, brother. Do you know what's worse? I think the back marker of Pulsifer may have got... No, there's no... Where is Pulsifer? Pulsifer's at a moment there. Kenzie goes in 2-for-1 special at Asda, and unfortunately comes out with a bag of onions.
He's down to 9th place behind Andy Flint is Nuov, and he's got Ranson not too far back. I think there's a back marker between him and Ranson there, but Flint is doing to 8th place. Of course, for a decent result from where he has started 3 places down. Well, he's up 3 places from where he starts, I should say, for Flint. At the front, Sandstrom's lead has gone back up to 1.2 seconds. He's able to bridge out the gap again. Mackenzie Roon looks content for 3rd place now, given all the drama we have had. Aberdeen posting their new fast start.
It's interesting that Dorian Aruro there is up 20 places, but he's still in 29th. And he's... Oh! Nuov's come round! Oh no! Kenzie has done it again to himself.
He did very well to avoid the barrier there and rejoin safely. Oh, that's another costly error. I'm sure those... Could it be the rear tyres perhaps? Because has he overheated them too soon?
I think you might be right on that one. Adam Townsmer and Eddie Amos, they're still going for it here. These two gladiators still having a right little ding-dong. Amos pulls out. In behind that is Robert Ridgway. There is a back marker, I believe, behind Eddie Amos currently. And here we go. Through goes Amos over Townsmer. Did Ridgway make it through over Artinanu? It did. So now Ridgway's going to be... Oh, big slide from Artinanu in the background there. And now Robert Ridgway, here we go. Now this is, again, Ridgway's idea. He could get both of these. He could literally slipstream both of these. He's going to get Amos. There we go. Is he going to go through the middle?
I'd go for it. Go for it, Rob.
Oh, go on, Rob. Have it, son. Oh, no, 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 no. Didn't quite pick him up and stick him in his pocket for the second one. But I tell you what, he had the steerings for the first one. There's somebody off the track. That's Ali Nasser as well. Ali's not going to be too best impressed. I keep showing these. But never mind, Ali. You're normally in YouTube chat at this moment in time. Unfortunately for Ali, there we go, coming out of Lesmo 1. Oh, bang. Stay, hold your brake. Good lad.
Yeah.
So there we go. Oh, he's done it again. I'm sorry, Tom. I'm sorry, but he's done it again. Oh, Kenzie.
Oh dear, he just needs to take it easy now. His tyres have had it.
He is literally heating them up that much. They are literally like Bambi on ice. And he is just going on the ice, spreading his legs, are falling on his face, unfortunately, for Kenzie Newhoff. It needs to be a little bit more careful. Ridgway goes through on Adam Townsma. Townsma's going to come back at him. Amos is still in there, spitting up a little bit of gravel. You can see it all on their tyres at the same time. And these guys continuing to go. Robert Ridgway, Townsman's on the left. Eddie's going to look through the middle, is he? He's not. He doesn't really know which horse to pick at the moment. He hasn't really picked any of them. Townsman's ran wide. That's going to allow Amos to go through. Now Amos gets to have a go at Ridgway. Townsman's going to have to come back at him here. This draft is so strong here. Amos, I half expect Amos just to go straight through.
Yeah. So this is a good opportunity for Amos to head through here. Newhoff coming into the pits. Clearly his tyres have given up now. He probably wants another set of on if he can get another set of tyres going. But Amos is not able to go through this time around on Ridgway, so no change there. Reese is up to 13th place now, thanks to Newhoff coming into the pits. There's no way he's going to catch anyone else looking at the gap, so it looks like it's been a relatively decent recovery for Brent Reese, but a podium had gone begging for him in the early stages.
Yeah, final lap now. Jesper Sandstrom starts the final lap of the race. Aberdeen 1.1 seconds back, coming into the Radophilia now. Sandstrom is going to be going straight through. We've not really seen much of him, have we? The battles have been all the way through the field, so we've not really seen much of Jesper, but the gap's been fluctuating, but now seems to be staying above that second mark.
And he doesn't need to be pushing at this stage now. He can afford to just lift off a little bit through these chicanes, and he'll be home and dry. He knows his way around the circuit anyway to the Sandstrom, so there's no need for him to be pushing. Aberdeen will try and harass him to the flag, but it's too little too late. It's going to be 3 wins apiece between Sandstrom and Aberdeen as the season continues to thicken.
Yep. Got one more chicane to go for Sandstrom. Go and catch him. He won't catch him, Harry. He's not going to catch him this far back unless Sandstrom has an absolute horrible Ascari. And I would not put my house on that he's going to do that, and he doesn't. Through his Ascari, he just breezes through there like a Lamborghini on rails, just cruise straight through. Now coming into the Parabolica for the final time here. Jesper Sandstrom is going to take this victory. He's got one more corner to hold on to. There's still action after this, guys, so do not panic. We will keep an eye and bring you up most of the action that takes place. But here he comes, Jesper Sandstrom over the line, takes that victory. Lee Aberdeen finishing in second place. Mackenzie Roon does grab third at the end of the day. But I can tell you one thing, Eddie Amos is now having to go at Fran Carvial, and there's still action behind that again. Oh, bro, Fran. What?
Well, Talisman's got through, hasn't he? He's gone through on Amos.
Yeah, he went through on Amos, but they can't get past Fran. Fran is, I don't know, he's defending. He's got his wife on the fuel tank, throwing wooden spoons and all sorts at him at the moment, and trying to build walls by the looks of it. Is literally all across the circuit. There goes one block on Amos on the outside line. What are you going to do with Townsma? Townsma's going to try and come up the inside. This is not going to end well, I think. Oh, nope. There we go. He goes across the track, comes back on right in the racing line as well. Not good, but what about Eddie Amos? Is Eddie going to get him here? He's got to get Townsma around the final corner. That start-finish line is not too far away from him. Through he goes, Eddie. Is he going to get it here? He's got the run down to the line. This is going to be very, very close. Townsman's on the left. Amos is in there, but it's going to be Amos. Amos comes over the line this time around. What about Frank Carvial? Well, he's been in the bit of dramas. They're banging wheels. I think that was Nick Carty, and for that, no, it was Chris Gibbs and Jonathan Cazzola, I believe, may have been banging wheels. Nick Coyote and Ben Goer. Hold on a minute, let me have a look at this. This is looked a little bit feisty. There's these guys, I believe it was here, Chris Gibbs and Jonathan Cazzola were banging wheels at one point.
It's not here. We know that.
No, we're quite far around the at the beginning of the lap. It's just sort of. It was coming to right at the end of the lap here. I do wonder if there was a little bit of afters or something, but they were knocking wheels at one point. We'll bring you up the results in a minute. Jesper Sandström did win. I just want to check how this one became, how it became here. I'm pretty sure there was some wheel banging going round. I'm not quite sure how Frank Carvial still managed to get going, to be blatantly honest with him. That was, I kind of figured there was something going to be happening there.
Well, no, there was a battle going on behind Cazorla.
Yeah, that's a Carvial situation going on up front. Right, here we go with Cazorla and Gibbs. Gibbs has got the inside line. It start looking like they start. There's almost one tap at him. There's another go at him. There's another, like, coming back at each other. There's another one. Oh, blimey. Whereas they both managed to make it. There's a lot of Aggie tonight, isn't there? There's almost like the full moon's out and they've all changed into werewolves or something here this evening. Let's bring you up the results anyway, because I can tell you, it did settle quite down at the front. Jesper Sandström out in front, and your winner by 1.1 seconds. Mackenzie Roon in Lee Aberdeen in second, sorry. Mackenzie Roon gets third. Simon Fessy has fourth with Tony Jimenez, Luca Varani, and Denny Cornu. Andy Flint grabs eighth in the end. Great job from him. Ludovic Rancon ninth, and Alex de Klerk up into 10th place. Joseph Mark Lucas 11th, Badin Ayan in 12th, Brent Ruiz in 13th, Jeremy Hagenauer in 14th, and Jean Carvial in 15th place. We do have a Unity Racing Parade going on the start line at the moment as well. He grabbed 15th. Then we've got Giovanni Salito, Robert Ridgway, Eddie Amos, Adam Townsend, Pat Williams, Bartjan van der Laan, Frank Carvial, Chris Gibbs, Jonathan Cazorla, and Stefano Fanazzi finished off in 25th. Then behind that, Ben Goyette, Nick Carty, Dorian Aruro, Sean Postfire, Loris Bela, Mohamed Boleg, Matthew Gracie, Tedor Tomov, and Kenzie Newhoff down in 34th in the end with 2 laps down. Josh Edwards there at the same time. Pat Rowlands, Ali Nasir, Hafid Abdullah, Oscar Artinanu, Aidan Lee, Yunus Amal, Ilya Flugi, Adrian Fernandez, Richard Van Veen, Stefan Dodderer. All of these people did not finish further down. And then we got Kevin Byland, who is in YouTube chat. Not a good night. Simone Gabrielli, Jesse Leroy, Alex Sevillano, and Krish Patel. They're all out. I think we can safely say action-packed.
Yeah, and I think with 51. Yeah, well, there was 51 cars at the start of the race, wasn't there? So it was always going to be action-packed with loads of battles and a lot of slipstreaming all the way through. But thankfully, we've got a decent number of drivers making it to the checker flag. Sandström taking a well-deserved victory again against Lee Aberdeen. It's game on in the championship. There's no doubt about that. But, you know, we saw a lot of drama. Brent Ruiz coming back through the field to 13th. It was a great recovery drive from him, but he'll hope for more than that. The next round of the championship, looking at the calendar, it's over to Brazil at Interlagos.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, one of your favourite circuits as well.
My favourite circuit, down to Interlagos we go. So join us as me and Tom pack our bags. We get on our brightly coloured shirts and shorts, and we head down into Interlagos and Brazil. Or I stay in sunny Somerset, and Tom stays in North Yorkshire?
West Yorkshire.
West Yorkshire. So there we go, and we do this from our homes, but never mind. We'll have a try out of that one, but join us next week. It should be a great race. Join us a little bit later on, ladies and gentlemen, as well, because we have got the Super Formula Lights Big Brothers. The Super Formulas are headed out for SR4S, and they're heading here to Monza as well, so hold on to that one. And if you like NASCAR later on, Nichols Oil Pro Series Round 4 from Auto Club is also coming a little bit later on if you are obviously a night owl, like I generally am. So come and join along for that one. But I think we can safely say this has been a bit of a banger, and a lot of cars took that literally. I've been JP, I've been alongside Tom Cairns, and as always, guys, take care, have a great week. And you never know, we might see you on a track sometime. Good night.